So you never wanted a regular type life?
The fuck is that? Barbecues and ball games?
The year is 1995. You're at the cinema, watching two of the all-time great actors share the screen for the very first time.
No, my life's a disaster zone.
A 6-minute long conversation, right in the middle of the film. And though it's preceded and followed by frantic violence, this moment feels oddly peaceful.
I don't know how to do anything else.
Neither do I.
I don't much want to either.
Neither do I.
But fast forward 13 years, all the way to 2008's The Dark Knight. And again, you're watching two of cinema's best battle it out on screen.
You wanted me. Here I am.
But this time, something's different. It's dizzying and disorientating. Nothing like the calm conversation we saw before. That's because this film made sure to stay true to one of cinema's guiding principles, while the other completely ignored it. And even if you didn't notice it, you certainly felt its impact. That principle is known as the 180-degree rule.
With a fucking Magnum in his hand. Try walking in one of those.
Every time you see two characters facing each other in the same scene, imagine drawing a line that goes right through them. Now, treat that line as a border in which you can only place your camera on one side of, not crossing at any cost.
Everybody be cool, this is a robbery!
If you do this, your characters will always be facing in opposite directions, one looking to the left and the other looking to the right, creating the image of the pair facing each other. This allows the viewer to gain a sense of orientation and understanding, which then helps in honing their focus entirely on the words of conversations.
The most you ever lost, the coin toss.
But if following the rule helps us stay grounded and focused, then breaking it and crossing the line can be a creative way to transport us into the minds of disorientated characters.
And I'd like to know what they are.
To see this in action, let's go back to The Dark Knight and that iconic scene of the Joker's interrogation. At this point in the film, Batman is about to find out that he's been outsmarted, but he still enters the confrontation thinking he's in control. Yet when he sits down, the Joker begins to get inside his head by outlining his failures.
Then you let Dent take your place.
And when it works, we suddenly jump right over the line. This mirrors the shift in power from Batman to the Joker, and places us in the position of Batman, who now feels surprisingly disempowered. And as the sequence goes on,
Why do you want to kill me?
the Joker's control only grows.
I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you?
This technique doesn't just work to show a shift in power either. Take a look at a moment from Steven Spielberg's classic, Saving Private Ryan. In this scene, Tom Hanks' character finally finds Matt Damon's Private Ryan, but watch what happens as he delivers some unfortunate news.
All of them.
Again, we jump over the 180-degree line, but this time going from a close-up to a wide shot. Here, the rule is broken both to reflect the shock that Ryan feels, but also to disconnect us as the viewer, separating us away from his very personal moment. But what if the filmmakers wanted to create a similar effect, but one slightly more seamless than a jump as significant as this? Well, that's exactly where the opportunity to bend the 180-degree rule comes in. One example of this can be found in the season 1 finale of Pluribus, when Carol is about to find out of a plan to turn her into an alien. As she uncovers the information, we shift from a standard shot reverse shot into an isolated face-on close-up, drawing us into her moment of realization, before then cutting to over the shoulder, perfectly reflecting the shift in tone from calm to chaos. To fully break the rule, the camera needs to cross the axis over a single cut, but by inserting this shot, the rule technically isn't broken, but is certainly bent to great use. Another interesting way to do this can be found if we go back to Heat, in particular, this scene where Robert De Niro's character meets his love interest for the first time. As she sparks the conversation, the pair begin shot with their backs facing the camera, reflecting how he's notoriously closed off from relationships. But watch as a connection begins to form. The camera slowly crosses the axis in one take, until it reveals more of their faces, mirroring how he begins to warm to her.
I'm 80.
This one movement visualizes the character's change of heart, literally opening him up more to the possibility of romance. The exact thing that happens in the following sequence. So next time you're watching a film, pay close attention to where the filmmakers placed the camera whenever two characters share the scene. Did they ever cross the line? And if they did, think as to why that happened, as a break of the 180-degree rule is almost always intentional. If you have a favourite example already, be sure to let us know in the comments. And until next time, keep up to date with us across all platforms.